Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Today is July 22nd, which is the second writing sprint for Camp NaNo, which I am doing this month. And sorry for the delay. I was having issues with my Mac over here, which I usually use. It started overheating for some reason. So now I'm actually using a Chromebook. It's my school work type of computer. So that's what I'm using to do this writing sprint. And I'm hoping that it's not going to overheat anymore, but I will just stick with the Chromebook so that, I don't have any issues. And then I started having weird issues for some reason, and I logged into the writing sprint for next week. So I'm here now, and let's get started so that we can write. In my case, I'll be editing so that we can work on our documents or our projects that we're doing. So before I go into anything, if this is your first time here, my name is author Brenda Lynn, and we are going to be doing a writing sprint. If you are working on whatever you are, if it's an edit or writing, feel free to use the writing sprints that we're going to do today. Perfect. So let's get to it. As I said, my name is author Brenda Lynn, MA. MA stands for Manti Anor, and you can check out my website, which is www.authorbrendalynma.com, and you can connect with me through Instagram and follow me on my other social media sources such as YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok. If this is your first time here and you enjoyed this writing sprint, it was helpful for whatever you are working on, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. So hello, make sure that you share where you're coming from. So I love to know whoever's watching, where they're from. So if you are anywhere, just give a shout out, tell me where you are tuning in. I'm in Canada right now, so that's Edmonton, Alberta. As I always say, I'm originally from Montreal, but I'm currently residing in Edmonton, Alberta. The updates that I have, and the only update that I'm actually having right now, is working on my upcoming Christian fantasy novel, which is called Ember in the Mist. It's a novel that will be a series, so there'll be multiple books in the series, and it's geared to kids who are like tweens, middle school aged. And yeah, it's coming out real soon. It's going to be out hopefully by, for sure, before the end of September. I'm just making sure that, I have the manuscript really well done. I don't want to rush for my first book. And so that's why I'm taking this time to edit my books again. It's been edited already by other editors, but this is me looking through the notes right now and going through that. And yeah, if you are working on a script, your own type of story, and you feel like writing that in the comments, please feel free to share what you're working on right now. And if you aren't comfortable in really saying what it is, just, feel free that you say, hey, my goal today is going to be working on this amount of words today. So feel free to write in the comments. Do I have any new hobbies? Well, I have started doing kickboxing recently. And when I say recently, like the last time I went was probably in April because I was ending the school year, report cards. They had provincial exams for grade 6. So I had lots of things to do. Haven't gone back yet, but I am hoping to. And I'm really enjoying it because I, got more fit. I learned a new skill. I never did kickboxing before, learning the techniques and such. So I'm hoping to continue doing that in the summer and throughout the year as well. So I'm talking really fast because last time I noticed that I was talking so much, and I want us to get straight into our writing sprints. So let's get to it and let's look at our menu. So what we'll be doing today is, I already gave the greetings. We're going to have 3 writing sprints. The first one is going to be 15 minutes. The second one's going to be 20 minutes, a little bit longer. And then the last one's going to be 25 minutes. And in between those writing sprints, I'm going to be talking with you if there's any questions I see. And I will give a short break to, just a little bit and give some things out just for sharing. And if anyone does have questions, feel free to write in the comments. And if you are looking at the playback after, please write in the comments. I still want to have that communication with you and like to answer your questions. So feel free to do that. And I'll be showing you my progress for Camp NaNoWriMo so far and other things. So just make sure that you tune in. Okay, so let's go with our first writing sprint. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm using a mic this time just because I'm using a Chromebook. Not sure how great the quality will be. So I'm using a mic, and I used a mic too when I was doing online learning. My class went um, for isolation for a week, and a mic worked for this Chromebook. So I hope that it's working. And let's start our first writing sprint session, which is for 15 minutes. And I think there's music on it, and I don't want to disturb anyone who's working. So I'm just going to mute the audio so that you guys can hear it, but you can work on it. Anyways, I am going to be listening to music on my own so I can really focus on my story. And I'm going to switch it actually like this because we just need to see the numbers. And I'm going to make it wider like this so that it's better. And yeah. So I'm going to mute myself as well. We're 6 minutes in, which is great because I usually talk so much and it's like 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, like usual. Take off my earrings because it hurts when I wear my headphones. Okay. So I have lots to do when it comes to editing. But I know that a little bit at a time is going to work. So here's my camera. It stopped overheating. It's not as hot anymore, and it's not making that weird sound. So I am actually going to be working on this side. Yep. And yeah, so I'm going to start the timer right away, and I hope you have a great writing. Like I said, looking this way, so don't worry, I'm not ignoring anyone. But I'm just going to mute myself right now, and I'm going to start the timer. So happy writing. Okay, perfect. That was the first session, or the first sprint we had. And now we can just go on to the next one. It went actually pretty fast. Okay, so let's chat for a bit, right? So that's gonna have 5 minutes there, but we're not actually gonna be, okay. So I have 5 minutes here. Because I'm going to just be talking a little bit. So I believe that last time I did mention that I was going to be giving you updates for Camp NaNoWriMo, and I did show you how that worked, but I'll talk more about that later. Right now, what I would like to do is to show you the title, which is different, if I'm not mistaken. Why can't I go to the next one? Perfect. So, which is Ember in the Mist. I explained that it was dust before, but I changed it to mist because mist worked more when it came to my world building, and it's not really dust that's happening. So the title of my upcoming novel is Ember in the Mist. It is going to be a series of 5 books. And when you read the first book, you understand why it is 5 books. So that's the series. And the series is called The Pure Gems of Bitzaria. Bitzaria is the land where our main character, my main character, Naraya, is living in a nice little town that's closed off from the rest of the United Land of Bitzaria. And that little village is called Shiloh. And so she basically has lived in Shiloh all her life. That's all she knows. She's there with her family and the rest of the villagers that live in this little village. And they know that they're not supposed to be leaving the boundaries because bad things happen, especially when night falls. And she's believed this all her life. Her grandmother has been enforcing that through stories when she says it to the little kids near the campfire at night. But she soon discovers that there's more to it, and there may be some truths in the legendary stories they've heard of a fallen hero, but there also may be some secrets that are being hidden. So that's basically how it starts, and it's a whole adventure. And it will continue in the next 4 books. So as I said before, it's more of a tween, middle age type of book. So kids that are from 9, if they 8 to 9, and they already like reading books, especially novels. They can start reading that already up until, even somebody my age or older would love to read this book. Read this book, sorry. So, yeah, that's what it is. And it's a Christian fantasy novel. So that means it would go into the category of Narnia. So if you like Narnia books, yes, it's a Christian fantasy novel. And so my book only has 5. I did want it to be longer, but I think 5 will be the perfect number for it to sum up the whole story. And I am thinking of possibly just how the story is going, to have some novellas. So just little stories that are before. 2 might be before and a couple might be after what happens, but I think mostly it's gonna be more before the story of Ember in the Mist. And so the cover isn't revealed yet because it's still under works. The design is done, but just the typography. I actually learned that's a word, typography. So that's the title of my book, as well as the spine and the blurb in the back, and just making it look really nice. So if I use an example, I will use Bethany Atazada's book. So this is the cover, but the typography is all the text that's there, her last name, and the back, right? So that's what it is. And if I use this one as example, Brittany Wang, her book, she also has a typography for the text that's the title of her story, and the back too. And she has other books in the back. And so these 2 books have series. She has 4 in paperback and hardcover. And she's starting new ones, which is like the villain story. And she has 6. And this is the whole collection one. So I do look at other authors, especially these two and a couple others because they are self-published authors and I'm a self-published author. So I'm always curious in knowing how things are done, how it looks like. And when I look at these books, I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. So I have an idea of how it looks like. And I know that if I do it myself, it's not going to look nice. And if you find this cover really, really cool, well, the designer, the artist of this cover is actually doing my cover. And it looks so good, guys. I can't wait until I show it to you. And next time I'm doing my writing sprint, I'll talk a little bit more about some things that are happening. And if you have questions, write in the comment. But I'm hoping to have a upcoming video, like a pre-video of when my cover is coming out, how it looks like. I'll be having a trailer. I'll be having like a box opening of how my book will look like in my hands and other stuff like that. And there'll be specials of the first books that will come out, like the pre-orders that happen, like draws and stuff. So there's so many things I want to do, but I can't do any of these things if my book is not done. So I'm taking this time to edit. Okay, my 5 minutes is up. I didn't want to talk too much, but yes, let me do the last point. I will be doing my book paperback and hardcover. So I'm going to take another of Bethany Adezada's book. This is her second book, and it's signed. Wait, where is it? I can't even turn to the first page. It's signed. So that's really cool, and I can't wait until I'm signing books like that. So paperback is like this. And if I take the gilded ones, hardcover is like this because it has the wraparound. So I'm gonna have two. I asked my sisters what they think, and for now, I think what I'm gonna do is that the paperback, that's like the paperback like this, and the hardcover are going to have the same cover for now. And if it has a second edition or something, I can always change it. But I think that's good because even Amari and the Night Brothers, which is an amazing book, and I know I'm taking a little bit of time, but amazing book. I'm even going to read this book with my students. Has such a nice paperback. Wrapping for the hardcover, and the paperback is the exact same design. So I was like, why make a new cover if both covers are amazing to work for paperback and hardcover? And it's going to be an ebook, and hopefully in a year's time, maybe I will have it as an audiobook. Okay, I'm done my whole spill. Time to go to our second writing sprint, which will be for 20 minutes. Okay, so happy writing, and yeah, I'll get back to you guys after this sprint. Okay, so that's our second sprint. That's done. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a chat again. Playing 5 minutes timer right now. Okay, and I'm going to go to the next thing. Just double checking if my mic is on. Yep. Perfect. I'm going to make this a little bit, whoops, wrong thing. I'm going to make this a little bit wider so that we can see. And I just realized, well, I realized before we started our second sprint that it was probably small when I was explaining before. But yeah, so here is my upgrade for Camp NaNoWriMo. I've done a lot so far, so the number of words, it doesn't really show here, but I have my Camp NaNoWriMo open here. So I've written 17,470 words out of 50,000. And I'm hoping that by the end of tomorrow, I can get to 25,000 words, but realistically, probably Sunday or Monday. But Sunday, I'll probably just do one writing session to myself. I usually do 2 25s, and that's considered a session, so it's almost less than an hour. So an hour is probably all I'm doing on Sunday, and I'll have to work a little bit more today and tomorrow. But basically, these are what I have so far. I was really hoping that I was going to get the 21-day streak, but yesterday I had a migraine. I didn't really sleep well for some reason. And then the migraine kind of lingered all day and got worse in the afternoon. And so I had something to eat. I took some medication. I took a nap. I don't usually nap because when I nap, I fall asleep. And I woke up at 2. So I missed a day to do some edits, and I was busy throughout the day. And yeah, so I was a little bit bummed, but I'm still not going to give up with Camp NaNoWriMo. I'm still going to push myself. So I won't be able to get the 21 days or the 24 days, but I can still push myself to get 25,000 words and 40K words. So I'm going to keep up to it. So that's basically what I'm focusing on, trying to be positive as much as I can. And yeah, so having these, badges is very encouraging. If you haven't done Camp NaNoWriMo yet, well, Camp NaNoWriMo is actually Camp NaNoWriMo, because I'm saying camp is going to be next April. So it's usually in April as well as July. So April is like the spring, and then July is the summer Camp Nano. And if you want the real Camp NaNoWriMo, where everyone like is a national type of thing, it's going to be in November. So in November, I'm going to be writing book 2 of the Pure Gems of Bizarria series. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So basically, that's what I have. If you are interested in probably being a beta, or you are interested in pre-orders of my book that are coming out, you want to know a little bit more behind the scenes of things that are happening, and you are curious of, how best you can get information about the upcoming book, which is Ember in the Mist, I am going to be showing you right now my Instagram so that you can communicate with me. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But in the same time, I'm going to be putting my website so that you guys can see exactly, where you have to go. So I'm going to add that right now and show it to you. So if you go to www.authorbrendalynma.com, you are going to see my website. And I'm actually going to share. And I'm going to remove this because I still have a couple of seconds to go. Have to keep my time and not talk too much. Share. And you can hear the clickety click because it's a Chromebook. But there's so much I can do. So much I can do. So right now you should be seeing my page. Just a little snippet. And my book is coming out soon, upcoming novel. If you are curious about what's coming up, you can click upcoming novel. It's a novel series. It says a little bit about it here. So I'm leaving this just a little snippet so that you can come here and see what it's about. And if you are interested in signing up, you can always come here and sign up. Or if you go to the top where it says contacts, you can also sign up for my author newsletter. And with my author newsletter, you will get free resources as well as, some updates and access to the readers corner and the writers corner. So there's like 2 pages for readers and writers. But the only way you can get that code and everything is if you sign up. So if you are curious, please sign up for my newsletter, and you will be able to know what are the updates of children's books that are coming up, and especially my novel, because there's going to be so many events coming along with my novel, and I don't want you to miss it. So if you're interested, please sign up for my newsletter so that you know what is coming up with my books and my publishing life. Okay, perfect. So I am going to move this. I forgot that I can just click it instead of doing that. Okay, perfect. So we're back here again. And now we're going to be pushing for our last one. What I've been doing actually so far is not really writing much. You see me doing a couple of writing stuff, but I'm editing. And when I see notes like delete this, replace this, add this, move this up, move this down, that's what I'm really working on. And I've done all of chapter 10, and I'm finished chapter 11, but I just have like the last part of the chapter. And then I'm going to do that for 12 for the remainder of 25 minutes. So that when I do go back to chapter 10, now I'm just focusing on the things I really gotta add details to or combine together, and I won't have to work on all the things that need to be deleted because all those comments have been resolved on my Google Doc. So that's what I was doing. So now you have 25 minutes. Have fun with your writing, and I will talk after this writing sprint. So happy writing. Okay. Well, that was the end of our last sprint of the of the live. And I still have this up all this time. Well, we don't need that. Okay, let's move to the next one. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed the right sprint and that it was helpful for you. This today was a little bit different just because I missed yesterday. I wanted to advance a little bit, so I'm actually in chapter 12 already. I'm like 2/3 done the chapter. So I don't even know how many word counts I did, but I did finish chapter 10, and I finished chapter 10 and 10 and 11, I should say, when it came to the little comments that were there. So now I just have to go in and add or fix some things and combine some sentences together and add more description. And my aim for next time is that I hope that I could maybe do this type of similar thing, because now when I go back, I won't have to waste time to read all the comments. Now I'm actually focusing on building the chapter better instead of deleting and replacing all those things. That's all been done. So I might do that next time too, because it went pretty fast and I really got to focus. And I did some reading. I was doing some nodding, like, yeah, I should fix that and highlight some things. That's where I really focused, so that next time I know what points to go to. So feel free to share in the comments how many words you worked on or what you really worked on today and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoyed the writing. Next week, as I said, next time, we are going to have one last sprint, which is next Friday, same time, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Eastern Time will be 5 o'clock. And we're going to be doing one more sprint of Write With Me for this Camp NaNoWriMo month. And I still will be working on it during the week and even for the rest of the month, just so that I can get everything ready. I know I'm just at chapter 11-ish, but I believe that I can finish it this month. I still have, 8 days? And if not, I'll take a week of August. So it'll be 3 weeks to finish so that I can really have my novel ready. It's going to go through one more edit, and then I will make it a copy like these books that I had, like the paperbacks, like maybe not this big, but something like that. And I will have to take a pen and read every sentence and go through. And I will get 2 so that my sister can help me as well. She said she would help me. And then when she has, we'll always do like maybe up to 3 chapters, and then we'll make notes. What are some things we noticed? And I go back into the new manuscript and do that. But that'll be after the last editor, which is the proof editor and critique, manuscript critique, is going to do that first. And then we'll do that part. So yeah, so I'm just really looking forward to all that. But all that can happen if I don't finish my edits. And these writing sprints are really helpful, and I hope they're helpful for you too. So if you have any further questions, maybe how to do a software, like present something like this for a writing sprint, or you have questions of like, hey, how can I start having good writing habits, or how to use Camp NaNoWriMo, or you just want to communicate and talk or collab, please visit me or connect with me. Send me a direct message on Instagram, or check out my website, or even email me. That works too, so that we can connect, we can communicate, and get talking. So if there's nothing else, I don't think there's anything else I have to say. No, I'm just going to keep working on the last chapter. I'm doing chapter 12. But please, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and comment. Comment about the questions I was asking, and I will surely write back to you. If you have more questions, or you are interested in joining my author newsletter, please visit my website, and I will see you all next time. So yeah, it was a great time. And I really appreciate those who are here and those who look at my live. It makes things lively. And I know that today's quality is a little bit different because I'm using a Chromebook, but I thank you that you were understanding. And yeah, basically we're almost in about an hour and a half. So we've done a lot of writing. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Have an awesome weekend, and I will see you all next week. So take care. Bye.